The olive tree is a symbol of friendship, cleansing, richness, and above all, a sign of peace. We've told many stories from our little farm in Portugal, but none have resonated so deeply as the one that we told about the olive tree.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
You could say that today's story is chapter 2 of an epic olive tree saga.
How exciting is that, everybody? Wow!
And we know it's one that you've all been waiting for. Having moved 5 ancient trees onto our farm earlier this year, today we're working with a local landscaping specialist to place a beautiful 300-year-old olive tree in the centre of our cobbled driveway. It will in so many ways become the central feature of our home, a place that bathes in light, reminds us of all the friends who've helped us get here, and reminds us of the richness of the life that we have created in Portugal. Thank you for being a part of it, and please subscribe if you're new around here. We would love to have you join us.
Hey. Anything you want to know about this place, buddy? You've got to ask Claudio.
We're about to move a 300-year-old tree onto our farm. That's amazing.
It is truly remarkable to be here at this time of year compared to the last time we brought you to Diaplant.
Okay, that's it. It's in. All right, nice.
Yay! When it was, well, kind of in the depths of winter, wasn't it? It must have been February time, I think. And there were no leaves on the trees, let alone beautiful blossoms. And now it just feels so alive. It feels, I don't know, I literally feel like I'm in an oxygen tank. They're surrounded by these beautiful mountains. They've got beautiful views. It's kind of the end of the day, so the light's going to change to that golden glow shortly. And I'm being left behind because the boys have made it to the olive grove. I can't quite believe this is happening to us, folks. I feel genuinely emotional about it. And anyway, we'll talk a bit more later about all of that. But this is real pinch me stuff. I'm lost for words. Truly lost for words.
Okay, typically it's really windy right now, so hopefully that's not appearing on the microphone too badly, but
well done, boys. Gosh, that's a good climber, isn't it?
As Tara said, amazing to be back here at Diaplant and searching out our own amazing olive tree. I don't quite know where to start. There's literally right here, maybe, I don't know, 100. Claudio, how many olive trees are here?
In total?
Yeah.
Like around 300.
300! Claudia says 300 olive trees here right now. That's amazing. And every single one of them is slightly different from the other. And every single one of them has one thing in common. They are all absolutely beautiful. It's going to be hard to pick.
Right. Yeah. So I think for your place, you'd rather something that has a higher stem because it's in the middle of the roundabout. And so from that point, I guess you pick what you like the most.
Great.
Feel free, let's wander around a bit, and whatever appeals to you, you can select. You've got a mark on me, and then we can book it.
Amazing! Great. I can't quite believe this, Claudia. Honestly, like I genuinely, as we were driving down here this afternoon, I feel emotional. Like this is something that I never would have thought would be something that would kind of be an opportunity that we would have. Like it's really special, and I'm so grateful. And but we're also super excited to show you guys what Diaplant do, and to be able to, you know, like properly see these guys who are so professional in action, and like see what it's like to move this olive tree. Obviously we did it before with Mario and Armando and Joao, and it was great fun, and we had a you know, such a laugh in the forest, and it was like I don't know, it was fun. But I'm so looking forward to seeing this all done properly.
And the special thing about working with olive trees is that you're working with a piece of history. So some trees are 200-300 years old.
Amazing.
And so that's what makes olive trees unique, because you can't do it with pretty much any other species.
It's incredible, isn't it? I know one of the first questions we're going to get asked is people are worried about moving a tree at this time of year, because everybody has in their minds that the time to move trees is much earlier in the year and kind of during the winter when everything's dormant. Can you reassure everybody that it's going to be okay?
Yeah, that is correct. So the perfect time for 99% of the species is between November and March.
Okay.
So when they are dormant and when transplanting can be made without stress. But for olive trees, again, they are special, so they can be moved any time of the year.
Amazing.
We can avoid summertime when it's too hot, but they adapt super easy. So they came during the summer where they were sitting for 300 years, when they came 3 years ago, and now they're here. They'll be lifted, and I can guarantee a 0% chance of dying because they're olive trees. So they're special.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
So cool. So anybody worrying, don't worry. Everything's under control.
Yeah.
These guys know what they're doing. And olive trees are hardy beasts.
They are, yeah.
Should we go and have a look?
Let's have a look.
Okay, Crusoe, I've got a job for you, buddy. Can you come and show me which one is your favourite tree? Which one do you want to come to the farm? Let's go have a look, okay? You've got to think carefully about it now because you can only choose one. Okay. You chose that one? We haven't seen them all. Come and see them all.
Yeah. So Claudia's just saying those ones over there
and
those ones over there, they are too young.
Okay.
Well, they're not too young. What are they, 100 years old?
Yeah,
50?
100, 150.
150 years old. So we're looking for something a little bit older.
Okay, cool.
A little bit
stronger,
as they say in Finnish.
Okay.
Big and strong and chunky.
The range of 200 to 250 years old.
This one with the tall trunk, that looks pretty good.
Something special about olive trees is that the old ones, the roots start growing and they really expand. We call it traditionally in Portugal the bright skirt.
Oh,
so
cool.
that makes them more special and more unique. So I recommend you take one of those. Something like this.
Something like this where they've started to grow out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So Claudia, when you dig this into the ground, this bright skirt, you would transplant it and put it in the ground exactly like this at our place, so that skirt is viewable.
Shown, yeah.
Because it's really pretty, isn't it?
It's beautiful. This is a very beautiful tree.
It is.
This one is lovely, yes.
It is.
Yeah, 4 stems, 5 stems actually.
Yeah, that's
spread out.
Yeah.
You can imagine the crown on top in 5 years.
incredible.
Epic. Yeah. It would be.
That's a really beautiful one. And it's a good climber. You got to remember we got 2 little boys who were going to love to climb.
Yeah, that's true. How long, Claudia? So we put it in the ground. It's going to take a little while for its roots to sit and settle and be strong. How long before those boys can climb to the end branch without it falling over?
So these old ones, they can climb straight away.
Is it?
Yeah, the young ones, you need years and a lot of years. But these ones, they can straight away, play with them.
Yeah, so, Claudio, I remember last time we were here, you were talking a little bit about the history of some of these trees, and you were picking them up from building sites all over Portugal, or how does it work?
So they are in south of Portugal, in old productions, and because they have to be picked up, and so new intensive productions come in, younger plants, generally these plants will go to wood production. So they are chopped up and sold to wood.
Wow.
So before that happens, we go there and pick them up, the ones that have this value, and bring them here, and that's a whole market that kind of preserves the history of olive trees.
Yeah.
And so instead of being chopped to wood, they are brought and then go to gardens, and that's how it happens.
And what kind of are they cutting it into planks to make furniture, or are they just chopping it up for firewood?
It can be both things.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine somebody chopping that up for firewood.
Yeah, crazy,
it would
isn't
be
it?
such a travesty.
It's a travesty, especially when you see. I'm excited to show you. I think I've sent you a picture already, Claudio. The carving that some of our subscribers did for us of the oldest olive tree in Portugal. It is absolutely beautiful, and you see the real beauty of olive wood. That's not destined for a fire.
No.
It's beautiful wood, isn't it?
Although, I wonder what smoked fish tastes like with this
With olive wood,
olive wood.
tasty, I imagine.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that's a good one.
This one's beautiful. I feel like we're over-egging it a little bit, you know?
Just pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, these trees, you can see the width of the branches. Some of them are more than 4 meters large. And this is because these trees were not used for production. And so they were never pruned. They were wild. And we call them virgin olive trees. And so we preserve the trees, the stems basically, and bring them. And that makes these trees unique. So you really don't find them everywhere.
So
because they are super rare to find.
So basically they weren't farmers' trees. They were just trees.
Yeah. Around production sites, they were just used as ornamental trees, let's say, and never touched. And so that's how we can have all these branches there and there, and we keep them as much as we can, as long as they fit a truck, and bring them. And so you have this kind of landscape in one tree.
Wow.
That's very, very rare.
Yes, so awesome, isn't it? And rare. You know, what do they say about things that are rare? I mean, you know, not necessarily the rareness of it that makes it special, but when you look at an olive tree that looks like that, it's actually what it looks like that makes it special. There could be 1,000 of them and they would still look truly beautiful. But the fact that it's very rare and of course extremely unique, everyone would be individual.
Yeah.
You know,
This one
nobody
is
else gonna have a
so
tree
cool,
like that.
isn't it? Yeah, love it. Rubbish for a turning circle though.
Yeah, rubbish.
Yeah.
You need to go for something a bit taller.
Especially if you're about to build a house.
Yeah.
Sure.
So cool though. That one would be, I mean, what a special tree.
The other question I had for you, Claudio, is the trees that we moved from the forest, the one that we've put in the circle already, is sprouting shoots.
Yeah.
Now, what we don't want to do, obviously, is move that and now cause it to die after it's just had a chance of a second life, you know? Do you think it's going to be okay?
It's most likely going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we carefully lift it up
Okay.
with the soil that it contains, and then straight away plant in the side. So there should be no issues.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Perfect. Because I know a lot of you were worrying about it as well. I think people are so invested in this story and so attached to those trees that we moved because of the story of what they had come from. You know, they'd come from being in a forest covered in brambles. And I don't want anybody to feel like those trees are any less precious to us because they're not. You know, this is just like the cherry on an already spectacularly special cake.
So let's just pick the tree. I personally, I'm a big fan of this one.
I'm intrigued by the one that Claudio pointed out with the two stems coming from the bottom.
I like it. I think it's a great climbing tree for the boys.
It looks like a younger tree, so it's not as impressive.
You like that one, do you? Okay, Crusoe likes that one.
I mean, gosh.
It's also got a nice climbing tree.
And then there was another one. Which is the other one I like? I quite like this one as well.
Yeah, Tara likes the same as Crusoe.
This one, maybe?
Sawyer, which tree do you like? That one, hey? It's got 3 prongs on it, or 3 branches coming off of it.
I mean... So there's the 3 branch there with the tall trunk, or the 3 branch behind it with the low nodules.
That's what we're trying to do on the farm, to be honest.
Gosh, to be fair, I don't think we can go wrong, right? They are all beautiful trees.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
What else is gorgeous, Crusoe?
Generally speaking, the first ones you like is the ones that you end up going for.
Procrastination, my darling. Never gets anybody anywhere. Let's go with that one. Perfect. Yeah.
Book it then.
Book it.
Oh my gosh! Look, you still can't see what's happening. We're booking the tree, but what about that one at the back there?
Big day, folks. I am so excited. We're here again at the wonderful Diaplant with Claudio. I've brought my dad along for the adventure, and today is the day that the olive tree comes to the farm. Did you find a digger? So yeah, having chosen it a few weeks ago now, we haven't been back, and we've kind of kept in touch with Claudio, been waiting for the perfect day with the perfect weather, and today is the perfect. It's not Mario, darling. It's not Mario. Hey, it's another digger. Come, let's go see the digger. Today's lovely because it's a little bit cooler. There's a bit of a nip in the air, which is nice for the olive tree. And we actually have a few days of rain on the forecast coming up. So it'll be the perfect weather for it to settle down in. And I got my dad here and my mum, and they are so excited to watch this process unfold. My dad's an absolute sucker for this kind of thing. So I was really, really, really pleased that it worked out that he could be here for it. And yeah. We're excited to see how it all goes. So Claudio says they've just started this morning and it's just about ready to be lifted out. We'll put it on the back of a giant crane, bring it to the farm, and then we've got a bit of rearranging to do. We've got to move the old tree out of the circle and put this one in. Oh, it's a real pinch myself moment. I'm also really grateful to have Dad along this morning because I'm flying solo a little bit. John is back at the farm putting the roof on with Carlos. So we've had to divide and conquer today, and he's so sad to be missing out on this bit. But because the guys are coming and have to do lifting and digging at our place as well, at least we get to see the whole process on both ends. Oh, the light is just so beautiful. I absolutely love it here. And look at these gorgeous palm trees. I think, like we said before, Diaplant specialises in moving and transplanting these big trees and shrubs, and they're landscape specialists. So, you know, this is their forte, and I cannot wait to watch this process unfold. What a fun thing to be filming, and what a fun thing to be sharing. It's going to be, yeah, it's just going to be a great day. The other thing I've really loved about working with these guys is that Claudio is the owner's son. You know, we've just met Claudio's dad. They're such lovely people, and they have such a passion for what they do. I said to Claudio the other day, because he was texting his dad was messaging to say, oh, I'm so excited, we found a spring in this landscaping project that we've done. We've literally just uncovered it, it's changed everything, now we're going to do a water feature and we're going to do all this stuff. And I was like, Claudio, what a fun job. And he looked at me and he's like, it's the best job in the world. They genuinely love what they do. They're passionate about their plants and about ecosystems and about the environment and about kind of contributing in a positive way. And I really find that just so refreshing to be around. So it's just been a really fun thing to do with them. I can hear a digger. Come on, we're going to our... Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Come on then, let's go see if we can find our tree. We've made it to the olive orchard. Look at them. Hello, you beautiful things. Aren't they magical? No. If you, let's hope we don't look at a different one and go, oh, actually.
We're looking at the tree, but what about that one at the back there?
Oh no, I'm so pleased with the one we chose. Look how beautiful it is. What do you reckon?
Mind blowing.
It's cool, hey?
Absolutely mind blowing.
I knew you'd love it. I said to Claudia, do you think we could wait till my dad comes? Oh dear. Wowzers, that's quite the trench. Wow, that root ball is massive, Claudio.
Yeah.
Crusoe, come watch this, bud. I'm gonna come stand back a bit. I'm pleased with our choice. Okay, boys, you want to come back a bit? Come on, I think they're going to lift it out now. Sawyer, come, sweetie. Come. Sawyer, come to Papa. Come to Papa. No ways. That's so crazy. That's nuts. That was amazing. Just lifted it out. It's just like picked it up and carried it out. They made that look way too easy. That was amazing, Claudio.
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things I've seen, isn't it? It looked so easy. Out it came. What do you reckon? Hey? Come. Hey. You know, from the minute we came here to Diaplant for the first time, which was just to look for young olive trees to put in our orchard, it's kind of changed everything on the farm, because from here sparked the idea to go and get the other ones from the forest. And I think that was probably one of our most moving and poignant video that we ever put out. It's certainly the one that seems to have left the biggest impression on so many of you, and for us was definitely one of the most memorable that we've ever had the kind of privilege of putting together. It was such a magical day. And from that has spun so much more magic, you know, the absolute privilege of having this beautiful tree come and live on our farm, to kind of be the centerpiece of what we're creating there, is just incredible. But I also have a few other projects on the bubble, which I'll share a bit more about later. But from everything that we've been through with these trees, I'm really hoping that a little project of mine is going to come to life with a very special Zimbabwean children's book illustrator. The imagination, the curiosity, all of this that this whole thing has sparked, all started here at Diaplant. So if you've been moved by the story of our olive trees, if you've been moved by kind of the journey that we've all been on, this is where it began, you know, this is where all of the ideas started. It was this dream that took us on the journey that we've been on. And here we are, kind of, it's all coming together. It just feels mega. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for supporting our dreams. Because when we get to live them, it just, like, I literally have goosebumps. It's like, it's just such a privilege. Thank you. There it goes, folks. It's actually airborne. Hey, what do you reckon, buddy? Wow. I definitely did not appreciate how complex this process was going to be. You know, from digging up the tree to lifting it to wrapping it to moving it here to then getting it onto the crane. And there's a whole lot of really intricate kind of stages to the process. What a cool job. When Claudio says he's got the best job in the world, I don't think he's wrong. So have you had fun, Dad?
Absolutely.
The day's only just begun.
Only just begun.
Claudio's doing some guidance. This is the last stumbler, and if we can get through this gate, we are all good. Hello, love. We literally had a millimetre to spare. We should go.
Let's do it.
Look at that, man.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's a bit nuts.
You know, ask us why we put that parallelos there.
Yeah.
You know, the obvious answer is this is the reason.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's not just about putting a tree in the middle of the parallelos, but it's about building a big house here, and fairly soon we're going to be having trucks coming up and down, delivering stuff, specifically huge rocks, in order to make a big stone house. And we really need this. We really need this. I'm so pleased. Come on then.
Come on then.
Okay, so we've just texted Mario. Maybe he's free this afternoon to come and help us dig a couple of big holes. If I'd have known, we would have done it yesterday or the day before when we dug that hole for the septic tank. I didn't know. So in between that and now, Joao's here. He's going to help. I'm going to go and get my my budzer and start digging.
Hey, Dad, find yourself a budzer and come and dig. No, man. You can't make sure I walk into that group of men with that spade.
Yeah. Thanks, you. I'll take that one.
Oh dear, it's classic newbie world. We've lost all of our tools.
What do they say about a digger doing the work of 20 men?
Yeah.
That's what they say, isn't it?
Yeah.
A normal digger does the same work in the same time as 20 men could do. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! It's up.
So we've just been looking at all of the trees that we've moved previously, those big old beautiful trees from that forest and from underneath all those brambles. And we're looking at them and they're all looking so good.
Have you ever seen anything like it, Sharon? It's crazy, huh? Careful, love.
Claudia, what's happening now?
So now they are preparing the hole so that it mimics the bottom of the root ball.
Okay.
And then it fits perfectly like a puzzle.
Okay.
So yeah, so a part of it you can see it's bigger or taller than the other one. So they are preparing it so that once it's down, it's lay it down.
So it sits really...
Yeah. Now they are increasing it actually to center it a bit more in the roundabout.
Okay, that's cool. And the soil underneath, that's going to be quite soft and fluffy for a little while.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
A bit more than what you need, so that it's fluffy. We're also adding some substrate.
Okay.
So the soil is very good. So
Okay.
But anyway, fertilizing it just to make sure that everything's fine. But
Okay.
yeah, once it's in,
That's it.
let it grow. And
Another 300 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or more. 1,000 years more.
1,000 years. Yeah, I'll take that.
Amazing, eh?
Hear that, Crusoe? Your kids are going to be picking olives from this tree.
Mega.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now it's time for the substrate, which is Diaplant's own special formula, which they've developed.
It smells
It
delicious.
smells, I'm glad they're going to fill the hole in.
If I was an olive tree, I
I'd
would
be delighted.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I'd be wow.
Delicious. They are so particular with that hole. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not just dig a hole in the back. And I saw Fernando walking around with a tape measure, like measuring that it's all exactly in the middle. So cool, isn't it? It's like proper professional landscaping. It's amazing to watch. I also, Claudia, have been so impressed at how efficient it is and so quick. Like, I was like, oh gosh, it's going to take all day, but it's not. They guys just get here, they get on with it, they know what they're doing, they, off it goes.
So when we put the original olive trees in 4 months ago, now I think it was about 4 months ago, we basically took a whole bunch of organic pellets and a lot of water, and we chucked them in the hole before Mario stuck the trees in. It did the trick, definitely. We've got olive trees that are growing, so there's nothing wrong with it. But this is definitely, when you look at it, those guys have cut a hole, like Tara just said. I mean, it's perfect. It's exactly perfect. Cool. Obi! So Claudia's just said basically what they're doing there is they're rotating the tree just a little bit so that when we drive down our driveway, the first thing we're going to see is the face of a tree. That's what they've just called it. I guess this is garden design parlance, but we're looking at the face of the tree smiling at us as we come into the driveway. Tara just nailed it. Basically, she said that is attention to detail. I love it. It wouldn't have even crossed my mind, but now in the future it will cross my mind every single time. If you're going to plant a tree, you're not sticking it just in a hole, you're having a good look at how it's going to look. Yes, buddy. Oh, hello my boy, this is exciting.
That's looking pretty good.
I know, isn't
Look at that, folks. We have a beautiful olive tree in our turning circle. How incredible. That's it, Claudio. We did it. Amazing. What do you reckon, Dad? Did we choose the right one?
Absolutely.
Mega, hey?
That's absolutely spot on. What's going on over there? Are we making a tree? Very cool.
So Claudia was just saying, that's what Dad's told me about the vegetables before. They put so much water in so that there's no air pockets around the roots.
Okay.
So that everything's closed when they put the soil in.
Okay. Is that so that the roots don't rot?
I think so. So that they just settle really quickly. It's just like easy. And then the last thing they're going to do before they go is prune the lower branches so that all of the tree's focus goes to the crown. And Claudio said by September that crown will probably be twice the size and we'll have a big fat crown at the top there.
Love it. So Tara probably told you, I'll step away from the olive tree planting just for a second. Tara probably told you this already, or has probably mentioned it to you already, but we've done a couple of olive tree videos in the past. The first, of course, was when we introduced and we went to Diaplant for the first time. We were just having a good look around and scouting them out and seeing what they had to offer. And Claudio just happened to drive us through and show us around the place for no particular reason, really. We didn't ask him to. He was just said, hey, come and have a look around. So we went and had a look around, and you guys enjoyed watching that. And then we moved a whole bunch of old olive trees, of course. And because of a couple of these videos that we've put out about olive trees, a few of you guys have been getting in touch with Diaplant and talking to them about your own landscaping projects and your own landscaping ideas. And Diaplant has been heading out and doing some work for you guys out there. So for the people who have been working with Diaplant, I know 100% that you are getting a rock star service. These guys' attention to detail is absolutely spectacular. And whatever they're designing for you, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. For those of you out there who are thinking, I've got my own landscaping project. I'd quite like a tree, or I'd quite like a few acres of my garden to be transformed into something rather special. We're going to leave all the information about Diaplant in the description below. We're also going to pop it up right there so you can have a good look at it. I do know that Claudio has just started up a Instagram page. They're checking out some fun posts. And I also know their website. If you're interested in horticulture, if you're interested in plants, have a look at their website. It's informative, useful, it's non-salesy, it's just giving great information.
So that's it from the team. Obrigada. Ciao.
So Claudio and a couple of these guys will come back this afternoon when Mario's here, just to first of all finish covering the root ball. That's not fully finished, and then of course when Mario's here we're going to stick this other tree back in the ground, and then promise this tree that we won't move it ever again. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So Claudio and the team left this morning to head back to work, and we've been waiting for Mario to be able to come and help us at very short notice. So he is being a total legend. But he's just arrived with his digger to dig a hole for the old tree to go into up in the field. And now Claudio and Fernando, their kind of team leader, are going to pop back down again and help us just get the setting of it absolutely right. When it goes back in the hole. It's quite late in the day, so I'm really grateful that everybody's kind of rallying and coming through for us. Oh my goodness! Crusoe! This is terrifying, Joel. I'm scared to watch. His digger is actually in the air.
all happening. It is indeed. Look, we've got Crusoe, we've got Mario. It's so cool that Mario's here just for this last bit. As we create a forever home here in Portugal, we acknowledge that there are very few days that go perfectly to plan. Unusually and unexpectedly, this was one of those days that just went absolutely perfectly. A huge thanks once again to Diaplant for providing us with this tree, which will be 1,000 years in the same spot. Our great 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 grandchildren will hopefully enjoy olives from this same spot.